Howdy. My name is Cloudy. Welcome back to my channel. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't check out the last video, you know what I'm saying? If you like your stay in Cloudyville today, you would like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it going with the video games and with the movie, TV news, and all that stuff. And if there is anything else Marvel or DC that y'all want me to hop on, let me know in the comments, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still learning a bunch of stuff about Marvel and DC because it's a lot of characters. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind y'all giving me some suggestions in the comments. You feel me? Today, we got a video from Everything Always. Breaking! Did Anthony Mackie just spoil Avengers Doomsday cliffhanger ending?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. And
Is
did
Anthony
Anthony
Mackie the
Mackie
new
just
Tom
spoil
Holland?
the end of Avengers
He's
Doomsday? Well, I
spoiling
wouldn't go
stuff
that
now.
far. I wouldn't say this is a Mark Ruffalo Infinity War situation all over again. However, what Anthony Mackie had to say for details for the end of Avengers Doomsday, specifically the ending, are kind of similar to what Mark Ruffalo said, and I am surprised he felt comfortable being this candid, knowing the reverence these Marvel actors have, especially seasoned vets like Anthony Mackie, for not giving away any details for Avengers movies or really anything coming in the MCU. However, we've got to go over these last two quotes, again, coming from Anthony Mackie about details for the ending of Avengers Doomsday. But quickly, first, if you could grab the subscribe button. Thanks to everyone who's been subscribing lately. We've been growing again at a breakneck pace for YouTube. You guys are awesome. And if you haven't already, I would just kindly invite you to do so. It's the number one thing you can do to support us here at the channel. Keeps you up to date with all the videos, and of course, it enters you for the giveaways. Stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so Anthony Mackie right now is promoting his new sneaker movie Sneaks, and he did an interview with Collider in which, of course, they asked him about the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. And this is the quote Collider reported, quote, "When asked about his reaction to reading the script for Avengers Doomsday, Mackie was surprisingly open about things, including the fact that we might be getting another ending in the style of Infinity War. You know what? I'm really excited, man," he said. "It's one of those stories that really pushes the boundaries, and the cliffhanger at the end, you know, the last moments of the film, it really builds and sets us up for a way for the continuation of the Marvel saga, which is really exciting." But apparently, Anthony Mackie was...
So what does this mean? How is the end gonna be? Because you can't forget, right after this one, it's gonna be Spider-Man 4. You feel me? So somebody else important might be dying, bro. Real talk, this kind of scares me because I'm like, I don't want another one of my favorite characters to die off, bro, because we all know if they die off, they might not come back. You know what I'm saying? And that scares me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That scares me. You feel me? Now I'm starting to wonder who's gonna be the next one in line to die, bro. Because that's what it seemed like we might be coming down to. They saying it's gonna end kind of like Endgame. Or did you say if it ain't like Endgame, bro, somebody dying, bro. Somebody
isn't done
important
being
to us
in
that we love.
foreshadowing mode. The article continues by saying,
dying,
in a
bro.
surprising turn, Mackie also teased what sets this entry apart from other Avengers outings. Quote, "You see
Y'all
these
saw that
characters,
Fantastic Four trailer,
you see
bro?
how they're
That shit was hard.
introduced and how they play in the universe moving forward, and no one is safe. Everyone is expendable."
Look,
okay, lot to break
there
down.
you go right there, bro.
First of all, Anthony Mackie, thank you. You're doing the Lord's work. Second of all, okay, major takeaways. There's a huge cliffhanger at the end of the film. Now, did anybody suspect that we were going to see where Doomsday was at, all wrapped up, before we got to Avengers Secret Wars, with presumably only one movie and Spider-Man 4 in between them? Of course not. One was going to always lead to the other, and even though the Russos are not trying to make Infinity War and Avengers Endgame Part 2 here, you got to admit there are going to be a lot of parallel story beats because they're both comic book movies directed by the same guys and in some cases going to have the same characters in scene. That's just par for a superhero story. Outside of that though, the huge cliffhanger he's teasing here, in my opinion, is very easily the formation of Battleworld after Doctor Doom has defeated Loki. We have some theories about why and how Doctor Doom is on a warpath across the multiverse in the first place, why he would even be attacking the X-Men in another universe, and then coming after some of our Avengers.
So now now I kind of got an idea, you know, what the cliffhanger may be after bro just said it, you know what I'm saying? The cliffhanger really might be us seeing him start to create Battleworld. Because I don't think, unless Spider-Man 4 is going to be in Battleworld, bro, I don't think Battleworld is going to be fully done yet or created or whatever the case is until after Spider-Man 4. Until after God dang. Until after Spider-Man 4. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, bro, We not getting the Avengers Doomsday Part 2, bro. We gonna get Spider-Man 4 is gonna be Avengers Doomsday Part 2, bro.
In the
You know what I'm saying?
616. There are a lot of time to do those theory videos, but in the meantime, and based on some of the set photos we've already seen, and knowing that there are multiple universes here with all these new Fox X-Men, be it they're returning from the 10,005 or part of the mystery universe that Monica Rambeau is in right now, we know other timelines are going to be involved, and that all starts with the Fantastic Four.
Other
And since
timelines?
Doctor Doom is presumably skipping across these timelines, with apparently the means to do so, the cliffhanger would
So
be
Battle Royale
him
gonna be all the
actually winning
timelines
against
mashed
all
together.
of these superhero teams, finally finding Loki, winning, and then creating Battle World. And that's probably where exactly we're going to leave off in Avengers
So are they
Doomsday.
saying
now, as far
Loki
as
is gonna
this
help
other
him
quote
create
that
it?
everyone is expendable, I think this actually reveals a lot about Marvel's plan past Avengers
Yep.
Secret Wars as well. We know that
Yep.
them bringing back these Fox X-Men is only in the shadow of the fact that Michael Leslie is finishing the script for the X-Men reboot movie that we all assume is coming in 2027 or 2028, just a year or less after Avengers Secret Wars, in which they'll probably be introducing brand new actors
Wait, he got to say that again. Say that
that we
again.
all
for me.
assume is coming in 2027 or 2028, just a year or less after Avengers Secret Wars, in
Oh,
which
okay.
they'll probably be introducing
Well, I think he's saying
brand new
2038.
actors playing a lot of the characters, and in some cases, major overlap with these actors we're about to get back for these X-Men that in some cases are going on decades now. There will be a new Cyclops in the future of the MCU. It will not be James Marsden, so you can safely assume that a lot of these X-Men have brought in to be what I like to affectionately call expensive cannon fodder. The same way that you saw a Human Torch reprisal from Chris Evans and then immediately they kill him off. That's how you bring these characters back
Yeah,
and
so
up the
they-
stakes,
bruh,
and
so-
they get a final death in the current
Everybody's
MCU.
gonna probably die,
although
bro.
you
I'm
can
not
argue
gonna lie.
about that because they're in a different multiverse. Either way, they get to come back, but it's not for the long term. Now, there are some characters who are exempt of this, say like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, which we are pretty sure he's going to be sticking around via a lot of the industry insider reports, like Daniel RPK, which means that quote in film by Ryan Reynolds where they said Disney's going to make you do this till you're 90, he wasn't kidding. But in a lot of other cases, we may have had this exact same thing revealed by
And the good thing is, bro, the good thing is we can expect to see a lot of returning people, which is a good thing for movies like this, because we don't want to see too many characters get switched out and everything like that. But them having a multiverse gives them a lot of room to bring in new characters just in case one of the, characters that they've been having on for a long time got another movie to shoot or something, like, you know what I mean? Or they probably sick, or whatever the case may be, they can't film. They have this multiverse thing, the variant thing, to kind of help them out with having other people come into the universe, you know what I'm saying? Or having other people play that role for that movie or TV series or whatever the case may be. And I think that's really smart. I think, I don't want to say that's the reason why they doing the multiverse thing. I'm pretty sure it was always going to be a part of the plan. But I know they probably love the fact that the multiverse actually gives them that benefit too. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they can just switch out
who have
characters whenever they
admitted that
need
they're
to.
not coming back. Halle Berry Storm has been emphatic she has not been contacted and will not be a part of Avengers Doomsday. And actually,
See,
real
Storm
recently,
still
we
can
just
come
heard
back.
Sean Ashmore come out and publicly say that there's been no contact between him and Marvel Studios and Disney. Iceman's not returning either. I think that pretty clearly illustrates that Storm and
Iceman better
Iceman,
come
they're going to
back,
be
bro.
on the new X-Men team. And that's why if Marvel can take sort of a wide berth here and avoid having those characters back, well, then they won't. But in some cases, you got to have a Cyclops on an X-Men team one way or another. That's where the overlap comes in, and that's why
He's
I
the
think
leader
pretty
of the
surely
group, bro.
characters like
Okay.
Nightcrawler, Professor X, Magneto, and of course James Marsden Cyclops, they're all toast because they're going to be new versions of those characters going forward in the MCU when this is all said and done.
But that's
and they
okay,
kinda
though,
sort of
'cause
need
the
to deal
multiverse,
with the
the
old
variants.
variants. And yes, they could just return them to their timelines, but things might look a lot different in the MCU post Avengers Secret Wars. Again, that's definitely a theory for another video. And while I think at first I would have really preferred them to just cast some of the new X-Men with the younger actors that they plan on using in the upcoming film and use those X-Men as a part of a
He right, bro. I really do think they should use the young actors, bro. Because if they use young actors, they can use these actors for a very long time, bro. They ain't gonna have to look for anything else. And most of these young actors are most likely excited to be in a Marvel movie. You know what I'm saying? You want more excited actors. You want more actors that don't. I'm not trying to say you want to bully them, but you want more actors that don't have much else they can go after that's bigger than what they're doing in Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, there is some people that's like, I'm not gonna play a superhero character because if it goes bad, it'll kind of hurt my acting career in general. But the young guys, I feel like it won't hurt nobody that's young because they're still growing up and they still haven't hit they prime in their acting career yet. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like these superhero movies are a great start. You know what I'm saying? Especially because there's so many characters, bro. Y'all could cast a lot of people, bro. Y'all got a lot of room. You know what I'm saying? And y'all could work out the whole payment thing and all that if y'all got to. Good thing with the young characters, bro, you could pay them a little bit more or less and put more money into the set and stuff like that. But if you get somebody that's been in the league for a couple years, you know what I'm saying, you got to pay them more. They have more negotiating power. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. I'm not saying they should bully these these young actors. I'm just saying there's a benefit having a young actor. You know what I'm saying?
Avengers
Yeah,
Secret
I'm being
Wars,
real, bro.
A, I don't think that's totally off the table, and B,
Unless
I
this
think
young actor like
better
Jaden
to
Smith,
save them though, because
been
if
in the
we
league
had been
since he was like
introduced to
one.
them, it would be amidst one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Marvel crossover,
But
and then you'd
these
have the
young
job
actors,
of
they
sort of
ain't
reintroducing
really
them
been
in
out
the
there hooping
X-Men
like that.
when the stakes couldn't possibly be as high, and then it would just put so much pressure on that
Put them
film.
in the game,
It's
coach.
probably better they did it this way anyway, and now hearing from Anthony Mackie directly that everyone is expendable, that no one gets reverence,
I like
that
hearing
sort
that
of
from
makes me
Anthony
super
Mackie, though.
excited
I like
because
that
it makes me think
let us
that
know
characters we think may be here for the long haul,
'Cause now
like
it's
Sam
gonna be a
Wilson's
lot of
Cap or
theories
some of the
coming out of
Thunderbolts,
this.
some of the characters we just got introduced to, they're going to die in Avengers Doomsday, and it won't be like Infinity War. They won't be dead at the hands of a snap that they're looking to undo in the next film. They'll just be dead at the hands of Doctor Doom, and unless they're coming back in the quote-unquote remaking of the multiverse, which this is not what it sounds like, it sounds like permanent deaths, and there's going to be real stakes, and that's what I think we all want from this film. And man, the Russos really have their job cut out for them trying to make these movies different than Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and I really hope
I'm still
that this
mad
is
they
one of the
canceled Blade, but
differentiators.
maybe
Real deaths,
this is the
real
reason why,
stakes,
bro.
not undone. You guys let me
There's a
know
lot
all
they
your
gotta
thoughts, though,
worry
down
about right
below
now.
about any and all of this, and really, are you just as shocked as I am that Anthony Mackie's out here spewing some details? I gotta be honest, that's crazy to me. You guys let me know, though, down in the comments. Quick.
I don't like this. I feel like Bucky should have flew during the scene. I'm not gonna lie. I know he got the serum too. I forgot. He don't just have the metal arm. He also got the serum. I forgot.
Here spewing some details. I gotta be honest, that's crazy to me. You guys let me know, though, down in the comments. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff. Okay, we just announced 3 winners for PS5.
So how y'all feel about this spoil, man? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I like the fact that Anthony Mackie let us know this because now it gives it gives Marvel room to take some characters off the board.